Darlings, you welcome back to my YouTube channel. And the person said good and affordable area to secure a job and accommodation. I cannot tell you that this is one area where you get a job. There's job everywhere in the UK. But if you now say you have class, like you are looking for a managerial job, or I cannot do care job, or I cannot do warehouse, I cannot do this. If you have taste of the kind of job you want, you understand, then you have to go online and search for those ones. But you see all this care job, all these warehouse job, they are everywhere in the UK. I cannot say that this is one area where you get it, or this is one area where you not get it. There is jobs everywhere. Depends on the kind of job you are looking for. But good and affordable area to stay, I would say places like, I will mention some cities that I know that with research, even me, I'm even looking to I've stayed in some of these places and I know the difference. You get, with research, I would say that these places I'm going to mention are quite affordable and accommodation is not that pricey. Like places like London, Oxford, Manchester. Manchester is okay depending on the kind of house you're looking for, but or places like Glasgow or Aberdeen or Edinburgh, those places are a bit pricey, but depending on the kind of accommodation you are looking for, you always find what your pockets can take. It might not be the best, but you always find what you can afford. But places that I really know that they are very, very accommodation friendly in terms of price and are affordable. You get good jobs and you're not spending so much on accommodation. You know, you can get accommodation for like 450 to 700 thereabouts. So those places are like the West Midlands. So we're looking at Wolverhampton, Birmingham, Dudley, Telford, Coventry, because Coventry is a bit closer to London. Like, you're looking at houses from like 1,800, 1,000 thereabout, but it's still okay, it's not bad. You know, West Midlands, the Black Country, you can easily get affordable accommodation, and the school fees of schools that are in those places I just mentioned are not that expensive. Another place where it's okay is the north. Many people don't want to stay in the north because it's distance, is a bit farther from other parts of the UK, but I tell you, it's very affordable. And those are West Yorkshire, North Yorkshire, York itself. Those are places that are I would say are affordable because I stay in North Yorkshire and I know that houses are not that expensive. Cost of living is also not that expensive depending on what you are buying. But it's just that you might not really be able to like get African shops and things like that in this area. So the places in the north where you could stay, we're looking at Middlesbrough, Leeds, Bradford, Durham, Sheffield, Doncaster, all Debbie. I would say Debbie is cheap, it's not as expensive, but somebody said it's expensive, but it's up to you. It depends on what you term as affordable, you know. Manchester, Newcastle upon Tyne, Cardiff in Wales, and they said Halifax, Barnsley. And if you're looking at places that are not too expensive and they are not all that affordable, you understand, they are in between 50-50, depends on what kind of house you are looking for. You are looking at Winchester, Bournemouth, Cornwall, Blackwood, Cambridge, Oxford, Bristol, Edinburgh, Bath, Brighton, Devon. Those places, you understand, they are outside London, but you know, they are in between. They are not too expensive and they are not affordable like that. So these are the places that I've mentioned that I feel like they are affordable, they are cheaper. Schools in the West Midlands, schools in the north are a bit cheaper. Schools outside London like Winchester, Bournemouth, Southampton, Northampton, Nottingham, those places ahead, they are also not bad. And if you like Scotland, you know, Scotland I would say is 50-50. But and most of the schools I've seen in Scotland, they are very, very expensive. Like Aberdeen, they are looking at 21,000 and above. if I would advise anybody, this is my point of view, don't quote me, I would advise you to stay in schools that are between 13,000 to 15,000, especially when you are self-funded. But if you are coming on a scholarship, you can stay anywhere. You can get any school because you are not paying anything and you get good jobs. I will advise you get a school in London, get a school in Winchester, get a school in Glasgow or Aberdeen. Get good schools, do your research. You're getting a scholarship, get good schools. The next question is, what does it take to get a UK visa? It doesn't take anything to get UK visa. If you are going to the student route, if you have money, you get a UK visa. It is your mom that killed it. You understand? All you need to do is ensure you get all the necessary documents, which is very, very essential. If you have money but you don't have common sense to get all the necessary documents, you will not be getting the visa. Number one thing is, if you're coming through the student route, you apply to the schools. Go online, search for your schools of your choice. We've already mentioned that you look at the prices of these schools and where they are located. I've mentioned places where you could stay. You compare. If you're going to they said the north is cheap, North England. You look at schools in the north, then you tailor your applications to those schools, you apply to those schools. Once you've done that application, the school will get back to you. We have hereby offered you unconditional offer. I think that's the first one they give you, unconditional offer. You say, yeah, my family members, so they have given me admission. No, after that one, next stage is the school will now tell you, you have now been given admission now. Kindly pay so amount of money. Sometimes it could be half of the school fees, sometimes it could be part of the school fees. Half of the school fees in the sense that if your school fees is £15,000, they might tell you to pay £7,500 as deposit to secure the admission. That deposit is what they call acceptance fee in Nigeria. That's what I would say. You now pay that 7,500. Some schools will say, your school fees is £15,000, but please pay £5,000. Then when you come when we give you the admission, you will pay the rest. You understand? Then you pay this amount that the school have sent you to pay. After you have paid it, the next step would be the school will now say, hey, thanks for paying, but you need to submit your document. You submit your transcript, you submit your certificates. You don't need NYSC. Somebody is asking me that, would you submit NYSC? Your NYSC certificate, it stays in Nigeria. Nobody cares about it. You don't need your NYSC certificate. So you submit all the documents that is required by the school. They will say, we want IELTS. Some schools will say, we don't want IELTS. Just submit your WAEC certificate once you have English in it. Or send us a document saying that your school taught you in English and you can speak good English. Then you do that. But I will advise you, go do your IELTS and just pocket it. Some schools will say they don't need IELTS. Then 1 week later, they will now tell you, we want IELTS. Go and get it for us or else you will not get visa. So I will advise you, get your IELTS ready. It will save you time and save you stress. Get it done. Then you submit all the documents that they want. Some of the schools, they will do interview for you. Some schools would tell you to write questionnaire. Why do you want to come and study here? Give us a personal statement. Why are you interested in our school? Why didn't you study in Nigeria? You answer all those questions. If you pass that level, then the next stage is they will send you a document saying, yay, we are so happy to have you in our school. Then they will now say the next step is you need to upload your proof of funds. Then you now upload documents from the bank of the money that have stayed in your account for 28 days. Then you now upload it, and the school will say, they will call the bank and say, do you know Mr. Lakwaja, he says his banks with you and he have about this sum of money in their account. The bank will now say, yes, we know he or she. Once that is done, the school is happy with it. They will give you they will send you another document which is called Certificate of Acceptance of Sponsorship. So this is what you will now use to apply for your visa. There's a reference number on this card that they send to you. This is what you use to apply for your visa. Den you now do your visa application. Visa will now say we want you to give us tuberculosis test, den you will now run to go and apply for tuberculosis test. You will do it, but because of the way everybody is leaving Nigeria, once you start your school application, you start applying, you do your tuberculosis test because it takes time to come out. So you now do that one, then plus all the other documents that the visa people will now say you should bring. If you pass, you are successfully giving them all the documents, you will get a visa, you know. Then once you are doing your visa application, they will now say pay IHS fee, that is health insurance. You pay it to the UK government, and once you get to the UK, ensure you use your health insurance fee. Go and register in a GP. If malaria is something is doing you, go there. If you have fever, go there. Go and tell anything that is doing you, you are paid for it. Ensure you use it. If you are pregnant, go and tell them it's free because you are paid for it upfront. So once you've done that, you go for your biometrics, you've submitted all the documents, you've paid for IHS fee, you then the next thing is go to TLS contact in Ikeja or VI. You get there, you do your biometrics. If everything is okay, God is on your side. In 4 weeks time, you get your visa, UK visa ready. Den the next thing, you buy flight, and here you are in the UK. Here we are. That is how you get UK visa in a nutshell. It's not hard. It's all about you doing the necessary steps, you getting money for your proof of funds. I will advise people, if you can get scholarship, get scholarship. But if you cannot get scholarship, you can get a loan for your proof of funds. Watch all my previous videos. I will not mention where you can get funds again because I've mentioned it before. You can get a loan if you feel like you have power to pay back. But if you get a loan with the hope that you are coming to the UK to come and land one job that is very big, that will be paying you millions, it's oyo. It's not true o. You will take time before you can get that kind of big job that will pay all your debts. Once that is done, you get your visa. That is it. That is for the student route. It doesn't take anything. Once you get all the necessary steps right, you will get your visa. You will not be denied. And don't go and do fake documents because those are other things that delay people or makes them not get the visa. Don't go and do fake documents. Don't go and say a child is your child when the child is not your child, or the husband is your husband when it's not your husband. Luck might not be on your side. They might investigate you and find out that you have gone to steal somebody's husband and say it's your husband just because you want to help the person to relocate. So be careful, get the necessary documents right, get enough money as proof of funds. Probably you collected £43,000, you understand, which is like 23 million. You give the place where you borrow the money from 5% of 23 million, and you need to be topping up the money to ensure that the money stays in your account for 28 days or over. That is the criteria you need. So we've talked about money, we've talked about places where you could stay in the UK, and we've talked about how you can get the UK visa. The easiest route, as I said, is through the student route. We've talked about how you can relocate with your spouse and children, which is if you are using the student route, applying to study, then when the application pulls through, you apply to come with your husband and child. Then how much is going to cost for a family of three? I said is about £43,000, which is like 23.3 million. As at today, it might change tomorrow. You understand? So as at today, it's like 23,000 for a family of three. For one person, it's not up to that. In a nutshell, that is how you relocate to the UK. And to answer this question, what does it take to get a UK visa? So if you are using the skilled worker route, the job that you applied to that have given you a job to come to the UK and come and work in the UK for us, so they'll give you sponsorship letter, which you will also take to apply for your visa. All you need to apply for visa is sponsorship letter, either from the school or from an organization that has decided to employ you. Both ways, all you need is a sponsorship letter to go ahead with your application. And be informed. Go on all these YouTube links that I'm going to post. Follow these people, get valid and constant up to date information on how to relocate, how to get a job easily. And as I get information too, I would share with you guys. But these are channels that I know that no, this is what they are based on, and that is what they do. Do well to follow these links, do well to subscribe on this channel, do well to like this video, and ensure you check some of my other videos. And I still remain your girl, Adefemi Shumaski. Thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. And I wish you all the best in your relocation journey, either through the student route or through the skilled worker route. Until I see you again, it's bye for now, guys.